Welcome to Carlsbad, where adventure runs deep. You're listening to KCCC 9:30 a.m. I'm Hattie here in Cavern City, and it's time for Midweek Matters, bringing you both the best upcoming events and interesting micro news from around Carlsbad and Eddy County. We'll start with what's happening around town and on campus, then give you the quick news that affects your daily life. Before we begin, though, a reminder. If you have events, community news, or spotlight requests to share, please submit them through our contact form at kccc930am.com. First up, looking for family fun, the Carlsbad Public Library hosts Lego Time this Wednesday, September 10th from 4 to 5 p.m. This is a recurring program, perfect for creative building. Art lovers should note that Carlsbad Caverns National Park is hosting their 2025 Artist in Residence this Wednesday through Friday, September 10th through 12th. Sketch and watercolor artist Mike Sano will be creating works inspired by our world-famous caverns. Aviation enthusiasts should be enjoying the National Championship Air Races and Air Show happening in Roswell now through Sunday, September 14th. This multi-day event showcases some of the most exciting aerial competition and entertainment. Calling all music lovers, Artesia is hosting the 10th annual Red Dirt Black Gold Music Festival Thursday the 11th through Saturday, September 13th. This multi-day celebration of music continues to bring great entertainment to our greater Eddy County community. The Carlsbad Farmers and Makers Market continues this Thursday, September 11th at 5 p.m. on the Eddy County Courthouse lawn. This weekly market is a project of Carlsbad Main Street and the Pearl of the Pecos Arts and Culture District. Vendors will be set up until 7 p.m. with local produce and handmade goods. For more information, contact Carlsbad Main Street at 575-628-3768. Hey, and while you're there, the City of Carlsbad wants your input on the long-range transportation plan. Look for their booth at Thursday's Farmers and Makers Market. Friday, September 12th, families with babies are invited to baby time at the Carlsbad Public Library starting at 10 a.m. This is an excellent opportunity for early childhood development activities. Seating is limited, so call or stop by to reserve your spot. Up in Cloudcroft this Saturday, September 13th, join the 32nd Annual Lumberjack Days at James Canyon Highway starting at 8 a.m. with competitor registration. Competition starts at 9. This free-to-watch event features arts, crafts, and food vendors on site. Arrive early to get a seat or bring your own. Fitness enthusiasts won't want to miss Bar at the Bar this Saturday, September 13th at 9 a.m. at Nervous Purvis Brewing Company, Carlsbad's newest hip local brewery. Join Taryn Sneathan for a full-body bar class mixing ballet-inspired moves, Pilates, and yoga. No dance background needed, just bring your energy and a mat if possible. When the workout's done, your first beverage is included with non-alcoholic options available, along with light brunch snacks from the Carrot Top. Tickets are $35 per person, limited to 30 guests and non-refundable. Check the Nervous Purvis Facebook for more info. This Saturday, September 13th, STEM Fun Day is at the Carlsbad Public Library from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Bring the family for hands-on STEM activities designed for ages 5 to 16. Enjoy interactive Legos, robotics challenges, games, and more. This event is presented by SENMC HSI Grant Services and is free and open to the public. Up at SENMC, they're also celebrating Hispanic Serving Institution Week with events from 11 a.m. to noon in the FYE Student Lounge, room 212. All are welcome to join them on Monday, September 15th for Piñata Creation Part 1, Tuesday, September 16th for Piñata Creation Part 2, and Thursday, September 18th for Latinx Heritage Trivia and Karaoke. All events are sponsored by HSI Grant Services and funded by the U.S. Department of Education. Tuesday, September 16th brings Toddler Time at the Carlsbad Public Library at 10 a.m. And families in Artesia can join children's story time at the Artesia Public Library, also at 10 a.m. Both have limited seating, so call or stop by to reserve your spot. Wednesday, September 17th offers preschool story time at Carlsbad Public Library at 10 a.m. and Mother Goose Half Hour at the Artesia Public Library, also at 10 a.m. Again, limited seating. Call or stop by to reserve your spot. For those interested in community service, the United Way of Eddy County's Day of Caring is right around the corner on Thursday, September 18th. This annual event brings together hundreds of volunteers from across our community to help local nonprofits with various projects. Look for more details on volunteer opportunities with your favorite participating organizations and service clubs now. Listen to the Community Forum episode this week where United Way of Eddy County Executive Director Kyle Marksteiner sits down with me and station owner Johnny Chandler to discuss this great event, and we check in on how things have been going since his visit to the studio last year, which we recently rebroadcast and can be found on our website at kccc930am.com or in the full archive at kccc930amradio.buzzsprout.com or through your favorite podcast server. Looking ahead, Friday, September 20th, Milton's Brewing celebrates their 9th annual September Fest from noon to 10 p.m. in downtown Carlsbad. Come celebrate 9 years with Carlsbad's first local brewery. Wednesday, September 25th, mark your calendars for Girls' Night Out, Boots and Bouquets, to benefit Brittany's Hope. This event is presented by Healthy Woman, a Carlsbad Medical Center resource. Sponsorship packages are available. For more information, call 575-887-4160. The 4th annual Cavern City Renaissance Festival returns to Lake Carlsbad Beach Park Friday and Saturday, September 26th to 27th. Friday's revelry runs from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., while Saturday brings a full day of festivities from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Step into a world of enchantment with 100+ artisan vendors, thrilling armored combat, live entertainment across multiple stages, and bountiful food and drink options. Friend of the show and fellow podcasting student Sherry McLaughlin will be there to do readings. Also happening September 26th and 27th, but in a neighboring county, the United Way of Lee County presents their 33rd annual Chili Fest in downtown Hobbs. Friday night kicks off with local vendors, their first ever Chili Idol karaoke fundraiser, and live music from the Wicked West Band. Plus, join Light of Lee County for a Walk for Light, a Walk for Life, a Luminaria walk honoring those impacted by cancer. Saturday morning starts at 8 a.m. with Project Heartburn, their 3K and 5K run. The chili competition heats up at 10 a.m. along with a silent auction, touch-a-truck, and more. Meet all 26 of their nonprofits and know that every dollar supports the United Way of Lee County, 211, and services that help their neighbors every day. Now it's time for Eddy County Quickies Micro News. A federal appeals court reversed a ruling that had declared the federal machine gun ban unconstitutional. The Denver-based 10th Circuit's court, which covers New Mexico, said the ban remains valid even after the 2022 Supreme Court decision expanding gun rights. Attorney General Raul Torres helped preserve $184 million in AmeriCorps funding nationwide while joining a multi-state lawsuit challenging cuts to appropriations. New Mexico programs will receive $2 million to continue services including wildfire recovery, youth mentoring, and special education support. New Mexico, Texas, Colorado, and the United States filed settlement agreements to resolve over a decade of Rio Grande Compact litigation. The U.S. Supreme Court's special master will consider the agreements at a hearing in Philadelphia on September 29th. If they approve, they will make a recommendation to the Supreme Court, which will make the final decision. Governor Grisham announced a special legislative session beginning October 1st to address federal budget cuts and their impact on New Mexico. Lawmakers plan to consider funding for rural health care, making health insurance premiums more affordable, food assistance investments for children and seniors, public broadcasting funding, and resources for Medicaid enrollment changes. The governor is also in discussions to address behavioral health changes affecting criminal justice and community safety. Governor Grisham also signed an agreement with DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, to establish the Quantum Frontier Project, a new partnership to accelerate quantum technology development in New Mexico. For the second month running, the New Mexico State Land Office broke revenue records from oil and gas lease sales, earning $256 million in bonus payments from leases in Lee and Eddy counties. One Eddy County parcel set a nationwide record of $132,552 per acre. The 25% fee on premium leases helps to fund public schools and institutions. FEMA cut $14 million from funding promised in December of 2024 to New Mexico for South Fork and Salt Fire recovery near Ruidoso, reducing the aid from $30 million to $16 million in communications received in July of 2025, according to Source New Mexico. The New Mexico Department of Health reports the first human plague case this year, a 43-year-old Valencia County man who was hospitalized after camping in Rio Arriba County. He has since been treated and discharged. According to the Carlsbad Courant-Argus, Judge Jane Schuler Gray, Eddy County's first female district court judge, retired after 20 years on the bench. Thank you for your service. The Artesia Treasurer's Office lobby is closed for construction from Monday, September 8th through Friday, October 10th. The drive-thru remains open for your convenience. From the Carlsbad City Newsletter, the Carlsbad Museum is hosting the annual Zia Quilt and Stitchery Guild Show now through October 2nd, with guild demonstrations each Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. It's time for our Weekend Wanderers segment, where we explore day trips and weekend getaways within easy reach of Carlsbad. This month, we're highlighting Sunspot Solar Observatory, located about a 90-minute drive from Carlsbad through the scenic mountain town of Cloudcroft. Your adventure begins in downtown Cloudcroft, where you'll turn onto New Mexico Highway 6563. And here's where the science adventure starts before you even arrive. The highway number itself is a tribute to our region's deep-rooted science and space history, referencing the scientific measurement of angstroms in a wavelength of light. As you wind along this 15-mile scenic byway through the Lincoln National Forest, watch for the blue highway signs bearing planet names. These aren't just decorative, they're precisely placed using a 1 to 250 million scale model. The distance from downtown Cloudcroft to your destination at Sunspot represents the distance from the dwarf planet Pluto to our Sun, with all the other planets positioned proportionally along your route. It's a fascinating way to grasp just how vast our solar system really is. That first leg from Pluto to Neptune would take years in space. The destination itself sits at 9,200 feet elevation, home to gorgeous mountain vistas and one of the largest active solar telescopes in the world. The Visitor Center is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. during peak season, featuring a museum with interactive exhibits, a gift shop, and clean restrooms, all wheelchair accessible. Once there, pick up your walking tour brochure for a self-guided half-mile loop around the grounds. The view of the Telerosa Basin is dramatic, stretching from White Sands to the Trinity site. A vast vista. A real highlight, though, is the Dunn Solar Telescope, the last operational telescope on site. On select days, you can step inside the observation room and watch sunlight travel through the instruments, seeing on monitors exactly what features of the sun scientists are studying in real time. If you're planning a visit, call ahead to 575-434-7190 to check the telescope observation schedule, current weather, and opening hours. Pack a lunch, plenty of water, and a full tank of gas. This is a remote mountain location with no food service, though there are picnic areas with spectacular views. Whether you're fascinated by solar science or just love a scenic mountain drive with educational stops along the way, Sunspot offers a unique glimpse into both our cosmic neighborhood and cutting-edge astronomical research, all within a day's reach of Carlsbad. That's your Midweek Matters for today from Carlsbad, the county seat of Eddy County. Thank you for listening on Artesia, Carlsbad, Hope, Loving, and all the areas in between, out in the fields and on the road. If you have an event or news item you'd like us to share, please contact us through our Contact Us form at kccc930am.com. kccc930am.com. This show was produced in partnership with Southeast New Mexico College Workforce and Community Education.